just calling you to so that to give you an opportunity to wish happy birthday to La République du Cameroun on their anniversary. Yes, I'm calling you to give a happy birthday or happy Independence Day to La République du Cameroun on their anniversary.
I don't wish people I don't like happy birthday, man. So fuck off. So let's acknowledge that it's your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Especially as it impacts on our perception of things, and so screw them.
Okay, I'm going to try again. I want to give you an opportunity to wish a happy Independence Day to La République du Cameroun, January 1st, 2018. It is their Independence Day. They are our neighbors.
Yeah, I acknowledge it, but I can't wish them anything, because they've been a source of sadness, a source of they destroyed our lives and our people, and you cannot be wishing them happy birthday. Yeah, we do acknowledge the fact that they got independent on January 1st, 1960. They had their international borders frozen on that day, on that date, and as hard as they try, we are not part, we were not part, and will never be part of La République du Cameroun. They have been a source of anguish, a source of sadness, a source of death, a source of sorrow since they came with us, and since they included in our lives. And I cannot, in good conscience, wish people like that a happy birthday.
Okay, let me try it.
We do acknowledge that they had a so-called independence on January 1. That you and I know that not the type of independence that they had. Yes, to the French colony. So.
Okay, let me approach this differently.
Mm-hmm.
They do not recognize their Independence Day. So maybe by you reminding them that January 1, 1960 was their Independence Day, and today, January 1, 2018, is their Independence Day, they would start knowing that they actually do have a separate Independence Day from ours, and they maybe leave you alone from some of what you said they've been doing to us. So can you wish them a happy birthday if for no other reason, for that particular reason?
No, I cannot wish them a happy birthday for the reasons I've already explained. I can acknowledge your birthday, but I cannot you wish somebody goodwill. You wish somebody a happy birthday. I cannot wish Cameroon Republic a happy birthday. I'm unable to do that. They do not deserve good wishes of happy birthday or anything else from me. Why?
Even for expedience, you will not do it?
I will not do it. I cannot, in good conscience, wish somebody who's treated me less than a human being, somebody who's treated me like an enemy, somebody who treats me like an enemy, right? Who comes into my land, rapes my daughters, rapes my sisters, rapes my mothers, our mothers, kill our people with impunity, steal from our land, and they expect me to wish them happy birthday. No, I cannot really do that. But we do remind them that on January 1st, 1960, France gave them a flag, gave them an anthem, and
gave them a motto. You forgot the motto.
Gave them a motto that was inspired from Vichy France, that was inspired by the Nazi who ruled France. You know what I'm saying? Gave them that, and then told them that, well, you can keep those symbols, but everything else that you may need to make you a full human being belongs to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Acknowledge.
France gave them a president too.
Yeah, France gave them a president. The president that is still controlled by France till date. You know what I'm saying? And why do I wish that type of person a happy birthday? Why should I wish them a happy birthday? I cannot, under any circumstances.
Well,
yeah, let's acknowledge the fact that, today is January 1 is the date of their independence. Ambazonia was not part of that celebration on January 1, 1960, and we will make sure that within the next few years, they are not part. There are none of them, will be welcome in Ambazonia, So I cannot wish these guys a happy birthday. Sorry about that.
Well, let me give you another reason, and this will be the last try, okay? When a person has a gun and they hold it to your head, if you're smart, you do what they ask you to do because you want to live to fight another day if you must fight. So wish them their anniversary, their bon année, so that they know that they have a different birthday from Ambazonia if they didn't know that, and maybe, just maybe, that would make them go away. And
as I said, we're gonna acknowledge your birthday, that there will be no wishes of happy birthday from me. I do believe that the vast majority of the people, especially the younger generation, do not know that they got their so-called independence on January 1st. I mean, I'm sure if you ask, as a matter of fact, I remember a few years back, there was this celebration of 20th May here in the city. And,
in Chicago?
In Chicago, yeah, a bunch of, the Camerounese. So that's at the time when, there was still this fiction of this pretense of the two communities are still together, and, I think somebody walked around asking, what are you guys celebrating? And a lot of them were saying we're celebrating the independence of our country, So you have a lot of these younger generation of Cameroonese, probably those who were born after 1960. Well, they are no longer young. But those who were born after 1960 who consider May 20th as their Independence Day. So it's really an incredible feat of distortion of history, fooling your own people, and you wonder why nothing constructive can come out of that place. When you make decisions or you make policies or you live your lives based on false premises, nothing works. I've always said that, we can put rockets in space, we can fly planes based on the scientific reality that gravity is 9.8. If you do anything, if you try to do any of those things with the assumption that gravity is not 9.8, it's not going to work. And that's why nothing works in that Republic. Because everything that they've tried to do, they've tried to do it on the basis of falsehood, of a lie. And Gorgie, looking at the recent episode, reminds us that, the country is a country that is built on fantastical lies. You know what I'm saying? And wishing the people like that happy, quote unquote happy birthday.
Would you, okay, let me ask you this. Would you couch it in a different way without using the word happy so that they know that January 1 was their pretense? Let me say this. Maybe now that I'm thinking, maybe because it was a pretense independence, a pretense flag, a pretense everything, the pretense you just want the pretense to continue?
Absolutely.
Then they will continue to pretend that we're part of them.
Yes.
You want them to continue to pretend that we're part of them?
Well, they will continue to pretend that we'll be part of them. We know we're not part of them. And we're going to make that a reality, whether they like it or not. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make that a reality, whether they like it or not. They will be forced. You know, there are times when, you know, there are always these funny stories that, you know, you see one of those, you see like a minority who thinks that he's part of the mainstream, right? Until it reaches a day where somebody puts him in his place. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're gonna put La Republique in her place. We're gonna put La Republique in her place. There's no question, and that's happening already. As you said, look at Chiruma the other day. Those superior tones are gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Look at what's that? You know, when this thing started, what did Laurent Esso say? You know, when they're hungry, they'll go back to work. You know, they can't look at themselves in the mirror anymore. You know.
You know, Laurent, not Laurent Esso, but Issa Chiruma during his news conferences always has this pretense where he says a majority of the people support the government. I did not know that was a concoction that he's pushing, irrespective of what has been demonstrated poll after poll. You know, I'm trying to, irrespective of what happened on September 22nd, 2017, and October 1, 2017, he still lives in this fallacy. I did not know that was something which is actually being put out there in order to push it underneath, in order to challenge the movement for the independence of Ambazonia that's going on right now. Until I read the article that you sent to me.
Yeah, we've talked about the French way of thinking based on their Cartesian logic, right? A Frenchman will see a black box and say, okay, it's a white box. And then he's going to engage you in an intellectual, philosophical debate, trying to convince you that even though you and I are seeing a black box, he's going to argue that it's a white box. You know what I'm saying? They construct their own reality in their heads and live with it and make decisions based on that. Decisions which ultimately turn out to be very detrimental to the well-being of everybody involved, including they themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but you know, when
they've concocted this, they've elevated this fantasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That will part of them. January 1, 1960, notwithstanding, the maps of that day, notwithstanding, the international boundaries, notwithstanding, the lack of a treaty, notwithstanding, we will still want an indivisible. And they'll engage with you in these arguments. Oh, German Cameroun. Oh, African solidarity. Oh, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? All of which has nothing to do with the reality of the fact that on January 1, 1960, their boundaries are frozen here. We're not part of it. There's no Treaty of Union. And even if there was a Treaty of Union, what does it stipulate? Basically acknowledges the fact that we were not, and we will never be one. We are just in a union. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying, but let me bring something else for you to think about, okay? Mm-hmm. When they engage you in that debate, that the box is a white box and not a black box, what that does is that you get distracted from the point you were trying to make in order to reach a conclusion and move on. So he slows you down there, engages you, and while he engages you in that fruitless debate, he is either exploiting whatever needs to be exploited, or he is weighing you down, exhausting your energy, so that maybe towards the end you may not even have the energy to achieve what you were engaged in achieving when that particular argument came up.
You know why we are in this stage? We have nothing to lose.
No, but do you agree that the Cartesian way of thinking does have a benefit for the French when they engage you, when they distract you from your goal by engaging in that vicious circle?
It has its limitations, and I think the limitations has been reached in Amazonia because we've come to the conclusion that we're not going to play that game anymore. You know what I'm saying? We've come to the conclusion that we're not going to play that game anymore. They can continue having a one-sided debate, one-sided pronouncement about one and indivisibility of that fiction called Cameroun. We've gone past that. So the point where we used to debate with them that, this black box, that objectively everybody sees, the world sees it as black, that you are insisting that it's white. We've played that game for so long that now we've passed the point of playing that game. And we are in the process, as our people demonstrated on October 1, we're in the process of, we've ended that debate, and we're now in the process of proving to ourselves and to you that that box is black and not white. You might continue debating with yourself. You might stand in front of your mirror and debate with yourself that that box is black. The rest of the world knows it's black. And you, whether you like it or not, your intellectual debates notwithstanding, you are about to realize that, acknowledge and accept that that box is indeed black, and we're gone.
Okay.
So we've gone past. We're no longer playing that intellectual game. We're now in the process of practically, no matter how long it's gonna take, exercising, our sovereignty, and in the process of doing that, we're gonna let them know that indeed your boundaries of January 1, 1960, you will adhere to that.
All right. I have one more point to bring up and hear what you say. The only reason you even engage them in that debate of whether the box is black is because they are relevant in you accomplishing what you're trying to accomplish. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be talking to them. So there is a point in helping them recognize the reality, and I agree with you that you can do that independently without engaging in a debate with them. And so, since Amazonia celebrated its Independence Day on October 1, 2017, in a way that it had not been celebrated since 1961, it is in that spirit that I want you to wish La République du Cameroun happy anniversary on 1st January today, 2018. And just state, what you're doing there, you are stating a fact. You don't even want to engage with them because they are still living in the dream world that you talked about, and they may want to you're not even giving them an opportunity to put you into the Cartesian circle. But that's why I wanted you to just make a pronouncement. Happy anniversary, La République du Cameroun. I hope you enjoy your day. It's a day to enjoy. Since you are not fighting for anything else and you have been living comfortable, so you must think that you are independent. So happy anniversary. And you're doing that to remind them that they have theirs separate from yours, and it's just a statement of fact. Can you do that?
No.
All right. Thank you.